You're going through a heartbreak, you're upset, you wanna die, you feel like you'll never find love again because he was the love of your life. Honey, let me tell you, there are like 10 other love of your lives out there that you could find. Okay, he is not the love of your life. Calm the fuck down, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to move on like a pro. From a pro move oner. When it comes to moving on, I am number one and I will live by that because you will never catch me being upset over a guy for more than 24 hours because I'm a pro at moving on. I'm gonna give you the tips, tricks and hacks or just logical advice on how you could move on like a pro because I feel like some of y'all need to hear that because I see in my comment section like, how do I move on? What do I do? I feel like I can't move on. Honey, let me tell you. First of all, you need to understand that your feelings are valid. Okay, when we go through a breakup, we feel emotions. Even if we didn't love this person, it could be happening to any kind of relationship, whether it's a friend, whether it's a pet, whatever it is, okay? But when it comes to relationships, obviously we're way more hurt. But just know that your feelings are valid and you need to validate your own feelings. If you're feeling heartbroken, go through it, live it. If you're going through anger, live through it. Feel those emotions, validate your emotions, because one of the worst things you could ever do is to deny or suppress your emotions. Okay, I used to think that moving on like a badass was basic not feeling emotions at all, but no, that just made things even worse. What you have to do is, what I do personally is I take 24 hours after the breakup to go through all of those emotions. Like after breakup, obviously I'm hurt, I want to cry my lungs out, I feel like, I don't know, I'm never gonna find love again. I have gone through that. But you know what? I give myself 24 hours to cry it out. If I have to, like, I don't know, go crazy, break some things in the house, drink it out, have fun with the girls, go to the club, I'ma do it. But for 24 hours, you will never catch me crying for more than 24 hours. One is that I usually don't cry over boys because I know my self-worth, but it takes time to practice that. So if you love yourself, you wouldn't be crying over a guy, but obviously we all have emotions. Even if you love yourself, you will feel those emotions. You will feel like you want to cry because it's natural. We're human. You are going to feel those emotions. So learn to validate your own emotions when it comes to things like this. Just know that you are going to be okay. So if you feel like you want to cry, cry it out. If you feel like you want to, I don't know, break his car, don't break his car, but like at least imagine that you're breaking his car. But while you're going through those emotions, do not text him, do not write to him, do not do anything to him, do not do anything stupid, do not post stupid quotes on the internet, do not post yourself crying on the internet. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Just go through those emotions, validate your emotions, okay? Number 2, distractions. Now, when you are going through a breakup, distractions are the best. Now, I don't care what kind of psychologist told y'all like, oh my god, you need to be by yourself. No, distract yourself in a healthy way. That means go out for a walk with your friends, go out to the club with your friends, hang out with your friends, do whatever, go out with your family. Just do not be alone, because when you are alone, you are more likely to do something stupid like text your ex, and we don't want that here. We're trying to move on like a pro, not move on like an idiot, okay? So do not text him. So distract yourself. That means go out to parties, go out to the library, read a book, I don't know, waste your time, distract yourself. But the key point over here is to not do anything to make yourself look like an idiot. Okay, so what I usually do when I go through a breakup is that I spend more time with my friends. I go out for lunch, I take content pictures for Instagram, or I make content for YouTube, or I would just do crazy shopping. I would use shopping as a therapy. I distract myself for at least 2-3 times a week, or like sometimes if the breakup is really bad, I would distract myself for like 2 whole weeks. That means I would sleep over at my friend's house for like 3 nights in a row. So that, because we are more vulnerable as soon as the breakup happens. After a month of the breakup, we are more calm and we're more like in our senses. But as soon as the breakup happens, we are more vulnerable. We're like, I don't know, you know, I want to get back to him. Oh my god, I'm so sad. Yeah, we don't want that. So for like the next 2-3 weeks of your breakup, and if it really is affecting you crazily, you need to distract yourself. Which brings me to my 3rd point. Dating. Dating could be used as a distraction. Now, I'm not asking you to jump into a whole new relationship, but you could use that as a distraction. Now, I know some therapists on the internet is going to be like, oh my god, that is the worst advice ever, but it has helped me a lot. Okay, once I go through a breakup, I do not jump into relationships, but I do start talking to new people. You know, get to know them, ask them what their favorite color is, where they like to eat, go out on dates, and then 2 weeks later I'm not interested. I'm like, okay, it was nice to meet you, bye-bye. Whatever. Do whatever it takes to distract yourself. I have been seeing on the internet for the past few years that, distracting yourself with someone new is the worst way possible you can move on from somebody from your past. But that is actually proven to be not true. Something that really helps people is dating someone new. But when it comes to this, please make sure that you are not bringing your past relationship trauma onto your new one. So if you're moving into a new relationship like 2 months after your breakup, make sure that you're fully healed from your previous relationship. For example, you got cheated on your past relationship, so obviously you have trust issues, but that does not mean you move on to a new relationship and then you don't trust your partner at all. So if you have those kind of issues, you need to heal those issues before you get into a new relationship. But if you don't have any kind of, those kind of issues, then please get into a new relationship, not a problem at all. But do not use that person as a rebound. Obviously, get into a relationship only if you like the person. Yes, it is possible to fall in love with someone right after a breakup, because most of the time we girls, we move on while we're in the relationship. If we are the ones to break up, most of the time when we are going through like a 1 month or 2 month breakup, we have already moved on, so we are ready to be in new relationships. That does not mean like, being a whore or something like that, but make sure that you are using your brains before you jump into a new relationship. But it is completely normal to date new people after you get out of a relationship. Anything serious, I wouldn't really recommend, but dating here and there, talking to new people, going out on dates is totally great. Who knows, maybe you'll actually fall in love. It has happened to me, so don't worry about it, just do it. Number 4 is don't do things to hurt yourself, like stalking him, stalking his new girlfriend's page, stalking his, whatever, because that is only holding you back from moving on. I know we get this happy emotions when we stalk them. Like when I used to stalk my ex-boyfriend, like, when I was like 15, right? I would get the sudden butterflies in my stomach. Like I was so excited to see what he was up to. And I would also stalk his new girlfriend. I would be like, oh my goodness, what is she up to? Like that was only stopping me from moving on. It was like so distracting. It was so mentally exhausting that even though I was having fun doing it, it was distracting me. Okay, so what you have to do is do not stalk him no matter what. Do not think about him, do not look at old pictures, do not read old messages. You have to avoid doing all of those things. Now, obviously, this requires mental strength. So in order to do that, make it easier for yourself. Block him, or make your friend block him and change the password, or just deactivate your Instagram if it's that difficult. Delete pictures, delete messages so that you don't reread them. So please do not do anything to hurt yourself. If he texts you, don't even reply. Now if you have hopes of getting back with him, now that's a whole different story. But if you know damn well that you are not getting back with this man because he did you hella wrong, do not reply to his messages, because men can be trash like that. They will text you just so that you don't move on. So don't fall into that trap. Do not text him, even if you really want to, even if you miss him. Do not get drunk and text him. Do not be like, oh my goodness, I miss you, come back to me. Don't do that. Okay, do not embarrass yourself. Do not do that. And the last one is do not get back. Are you going through all of this, all of the efforts and energy that you just wasted on moving on just to go be back with him? Are you mad? Don't do that. Once a breakup happens, at least in my head, once I break up, it's done. We're never getting back together, because it changes a lot of things. Now I know breakups make relationships more stronger. That's what people say who break up and get back together. For me personally, I hope you can hear me, personally, if we break up, we're never getting back together. That's like an ultimatum. If we break up, we're never getting back together. So what I do is I don't give them an opportunity to even try to get me back, because especially if I know that I'm vulnerable around this person, like this person has me wrapped around his finger. If I know that, I will not even let him text me, because I feel like maybe I'll be vulnerable or I'll drunk text him, or I'll be in a very emotional situation and I'll text him and I need him. So I don't even put myself in a position like that. So do not put yourself in a position where you are vulnerable and you act out of that. So that's why I'm recommending you to block him. Block. Just block him, so that you don't text him, or make him block you. It's easier that way, so that you cannot unblock him. So yeah, do not get back together. And if you're in a relationship where y'all are always getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, get out of this video, okay? Unless you really want to break up for the final time, then keep on watching. I mean, that is it for this video, but like, rewatch the video or something like that. So yeah, that was basically it. Breakups are really difficult, I understand, but you know, if you can control your emotions, if you can control your behavior, your actions, breakups with any person is so much easier. Like friendship breakups or relationship breakups, anything could be easy once you learn how to control your mind, your behavior, and your actions. And you know what, if you love yourself enough, you will not put yourself in a position to hurt yourself. Remember that. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment a blue heart in my recent Instagram picture, and let's confuse all of my Instagram followers. So that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.